Hey guys, this is Nathan from Bagelpop, and I just want to give you fair warning. We're going to spoil pretty much everything. So yeah, you've been warned.
Hey guys, this is the peeps from Bagelpops, and we didn't just watch Parasyte episodes 3 and 4. We actually watched it a couple days back, but this is the only time that all three of us could get together to recite it. But we are going to giving our post reactions right now, and we're going to start off with episode 3. Starts off with the attractive lady that apparently was getting it on with another one of the other parasites, and she's getting groped on the Japanese train. So it's just Japan is a terrible place in the world of parasites. Just people
Never go.
getting raped, eaten, and even the parasites can't escape the groping in this anime. She's like, "Please stop. This is inappropriate."
Yeah.
Yeah, but we pretty much see right away. You can see who's the aliens because they have those eyes. They're slightly like reverse cross-eyed. They're kind of like slightly too far apart in
It's
their
called like
eyes.
fish-eyed.
Yeah, I can't do it, but
They
yeah,
move it a lot.
yeah. But essentially, we find that this lady um, is coming to the school of Shinki, and Shinki is like, oh, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? And then he's like, oh, it's her. Don't make eye contact. And then he immediately makes eye contact.
Yeah, Migi's like, it's her. If you make eye contact, she'll detect you, and it's just like stare right into her eyes.
And then, I was like, oh, well,
Yeah.
we're fucked. And she's gonna be the homeroom teacher for his crush, and is going to be his trigonometry teacher. And they sense each other, so they already know it's fucking on. And then she asked for him to meet her privately, I think, in the teacher's lounge or something. And then basically, we found out that this one's a little bit different. She values very much kind of keeping her identity and keeping a low profile, as she wants to learn as much as possible about the humans without making too much of a scene. So they kind of go into an agreement in which they don't attack each other. They kind of want to learn from each other, it seems.
It's kind of scary that she's willing to play the long game like that
Yeah.
because, that's that's smart and that she's playing the long game. You know what I mean? She's more. It seems like all the other parasites like I want to eat everything right away, right now.
Mm-hmm.
And this one's like, I'm gonna play it cool, and I'm gonna really just learn everything I can. So at the end, nothing can stop me, kind of thing. It's like it's kind of scarier than like the normal parasites, even.
Yeah, there's like, I just need to eat some other person. Like, is already terrifying, but one of them with
Yeah,
even more advanced um, intelligence is just fucking freaky. But
it's like
then,
Hannibal Lecter-ish.
yeah. It's pretty fun to see though, and they also come to the arrangement that after school, she wants to meet up at like this cafe, and they
Yeah,
do, and we see that she brings her mate, which is the parasite that we saw from the previous episode that saved the girl from the rapist and then killed all the rapists and the girl as well, and apparently they were
Wait,
like
that was him?
yeah, it's the same guy.
Yeah,
The guy
Oh,
that took the bat to the head. Yeah,
I
it's the
never
same
knew
guy.
that.
Yeah, well, now you do. And he doesn't seem too happy about the current situation of like, why don't we just kill this person? And we also find out that she admits that like both of us had sex. And then at that moment, it was a really funny moment of the waitress right next to him just drops everything on her platter. And it was like, I did
and she
not need
says
to kill.
sorry. How
Yeah,
did they say sorry in Japanese again?
go man.
Yeah, just so
Go
she's
man, go
like she's all
man. Go man
embarrassed,
Masai. Yeah, I
and they're
think.
just looking at her like, "What are you
Like,
embarrassed about?"
I'm sorry, I overheard something terrible. And and apparently she's pregnant, but they don't really have a plan beyond that. And the male seems really agitated and leaves the table. And as he's leaving, you hear his inner dialogue. It's like, that human is dangerous. Like, he should be eliminated.
Yeah. They also noted that the baby that they create is a normal human baby, not a parasite baby.
Yeah.
Because so that
Which,
means they can't, since they only occupy the head, not the rest of the body. So the rest of the body is acting normally.
Hmm.
yeah, that kind of debunks my theory from the previous episode of, oh, maybe they're going to produce like hybrid babies and then kind of invade,
Yeah,
through repopulation. But
like species.
Terraform Mars,
yeah,
like the show K. Davis.
yeah. But
Uh,
apparently that is not the way that it's going to go. Um, and so they engage in this kind of uneasy alliance. But the male like ends up showing up at school and like starts attacking people and
in broad
proceeds
daylight.
in broad daylight. Obviously, the male, like they both sense it right away, and her name, the teacher's name is Tamaya. Like automatically, was like fucking idiot. Like, like we gotta fucking deal with this. And then Miggy is like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We have a pretty good plan. And then Shinki's like, oh, okay, we got a good plan. What's the plan? It's like, right now you're amongst a whole bunch of people right here, so it's gonna be really hard for him to come find you. So while he's siphoning through the meat shield of people around you, we will be able to locate him, and then I'll be able to get his heart before he can find us. And it was like, which was a horrible, horrible, but extremely pragmatic plan.
Yeah,
On
if you
his
did not
part.
give a shit about people at all, like Mickey, it's like this is a great plan.
Yeah, it was actually like, if you throw morals out the window and ethics, it's a pretty ingenious plan. But obviously, Shinky is like, we can't do that. That's terrible. These are my classmates and stuff. So I was like, Miggy's like, I don't understand you, man. Like, we're trying to survive here. And
Like someone's coming to murder us.
yeah, so basically, he races as far as he can to separate himself from all of his classmates, and he like just sits in a hallway and he kind of like arranges desks to kind of build a barrier between him and
Which is so stupid.
the incoming guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just does not take account for the windows behind him, and that's where that episode ends on a cliffhanger. And that's why we couldn't stop. We had to go into the next episode. Like, oh my god, what happens in the next episode? So we go into the
Yeah,
next
like
episode.
he just like climbs in and just like I'm here, and now you've just trapped yourself with these barricades, silly man.
Yeah. But even before he shows up, Miggy discusses that they're probably evenly matched in a one-on-one fight. So the only way that they can guarantee a higher chance of success is that if Shinki is the one who is on offense and Miggy is the one who is on defense. So he slices like a really sharp. Um, he
Metal
basically,
tube?
yeah, he creates like a metal shank essentially tube from a desk chair and gives it to Shinki, and Shinki kind of like shoves it in his like back waist, you know, back waist pocket, and it's like, all right, so I'm gonna play defense, and then you have to move up because he's gonna underestimate humans, and you're gonna just move up, and you're gonna have to kill him, and that's pretty much how the plan goes. Like he just comes through the window, so essentially
Yeah.
Shinki boxed himself in. And then they're just like going like crazy, like at each other. But apparently, Miggy is Gara. He's got the ultimate defense going on, and
Yeah. It got pretty close, like it was like
yeah, a couple
hitting
times,
buttons
like,
off his
yeah,
jacket and stuff.
yeah. But he sneaks up and successfully skewers the male Parasyte, and he kind of just like stumbles off. And they should have just finished him off right there. I don't know why they didn't finish him off. Like Austin,
Yeah, that's
you were
what
like
Mickey.
you're like screaming at the screen, like finish him.
And that's what
Finish
Mickey
him!
said too. Like, why don't we finish him? It's like, I'll become a murderer. It's like you stabbed the guy in the heart already. What? He's very inconsistent. And later on, he's inconsistent too. But anyways, please continue.
No, you can continue on what you felt right there.
I felt right there, just like you created a trap for this guy. You had a plan. You took a metal tube with a sharp end, and you
Like, what
stabbed
were
him
you
in the
gonna
heart,
do?
so his blood is coming out in a tube like a
What else do you
faucet.
think was going to happen?
Exactly. It's just like it's already he made a mistake. I thought like you didn't hit him in the heart. He like missed the heart and hit just a surrounding artery. Because if you hit him in the heart, he just would have died instantly. But now like nope, you fucked that up, and now he's still alive. And then now you're not gonna finish him. It's like you're killing me, man.
Yeah,
He's gonna come back.
yeah. It was just like like, you were gonna try to kill. It's like, he's still human. I was like, no. And you already killed that other dude that clearly wasn't human the other day.
Yeah, yeah,
But I guess
exactly.
it's Miggy's the one who kills him.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then we're like, we have to go. He's wounded. We should go finish him off. Miggy is the one who says this. And then he's just like, he's kind of arguing, and then he kind of stumbles away. He's saying that he does a really smart move in that, like, essentially, like, it's stabbed, and then there's a tube, so he's, like, spewing out blood like a spout, and he shoves
yeah,
it all the way through, which is pretty smart because you stop the blood loss. And he has to find Tamaya in time because he says that if he can get there in time, he can transfer and live in her body.
share host.
Yeah, share hosts. So now we do know that they can share hosts. They can inhabit the same body. And he kind of like wanders around. He finally finds the room that Tamaya's in, opens up the door. Tamaya's at the windowsill, slips out. He looks down. There's a whole bunch of oxygen tanks that have been opened up, and a huge explosion happens. Which, well done, Tamaya, just playing chess once again.
Yep.
Immaculate. It just looks like some psycho guy came in, and then all of a sudden gets burned. So nobody is the wiser that he's a parasite because the body's just all burnt to a crisp.
Yep.
Yeah, and her cover is
Clever.
intact. Yeah. So yeah, that's what happens. But then not all goes well for Tamaya because essentially the student faculty bring up the fact that she's pregnant and they don't
She's
see
a baby mom.
yeah, that she doesn't have a husband or even a boyfriend. So she's like, I guess I can't work here anymore. And then
Yeah,
just,
I didn't want this kind of attention. So
Yeah.
she's just like, fuck it, I'm done.
At first we were like, oh my gosh, she's gonna murder everyone. But once again, she's highly pragmatic. She's just like, I can't work here. I'm sorry, guys. It's embarrassing for me. And she just
Totally thought
bounces.
she was gonna murder everybody.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then as she bounces, like they kind of, him and her and Shinki kind of have a face off. It was just like, ugh, you annoy me now, and there's no reason for me to keep you alive, really. And they kind of pose. They kind of like get their weapons ready, but then Tamaya looks into Shinki's eyes and kind of sees the same thing that goes in her eyes. There's kind of like this thing that happens, like you see her eyes. She says like our only orders was to like eliminate this species or destroy this species or something. And then her eyes like
Yeah.
open up, and then you can see into her eyes like that go into space. But then when Shinki like kind of sticks up for himself, you see the same exact thing happens to his eyes, and she goes, "Huh? How interesting. I guess I will leave you alive. You're no longer pure."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on in this scene, actually, several things.
Yeah. So what me and Austin were surmising is that, like, we were already guessing that Miggy's starting to have some type of influence on the personality or the emotions or even the brain of Shinki. Like, slowly Miggy's gaining a little bit more and more influence on him, or having some type of influence in a way to the main character.
Also, this goes back to like his weird inconsistencies about killing people, because he didn't want to finish off crazy A guy, but then he's like immediately after when he realizes what the teacher's gonna do, he's like, I want to kill her now. It's like now you want to kill her, but you didn't want to finish off the guy that tried to murder you, and she's just trying to be like stealthy and not murder everybody around her like that guy. So it's just like that's a little inconsistent, like desire from him. And
Yeah.
also, her weapons are way cooler because everyone else just seemed like when the head parasites is like a single blade that comes out. We've noticed so far, right?
Yeah, she kind of did this thing where like she kind of presses up the side of her face, and like the whole entire thing becomes a huge blade.
Yeah, she
That's
had.
pretty
Well,
dope.
then she had like 6 blades come out the back of her head, too.
Yeah.
We're just like, oh shit, she has lots of stuff.
She's obviously like, even Miggy says that like our probability in this fight is not that great. Like, I don't know if I can win. And
Yeah.
Miggy's pretty badass, like, at fighting.
Yeah,
So like we know she's, and she also, I think it's interesting to note that she's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the kid. Like, probably run an
Gonna eat
experiment on it. And if it doesn't do anything for me, I'll probably eat it. And that kind of spurs on the fight. And that doesn't get resolved because it's just like, hey, we're gonna fight, and then Miggy's like, I don't think we can win. And then she's like, I'm gonna leave you alive, and then she just leaves.
yeah. So
Yeah. So yeah, Tamaya goes home, and an interesting thing happens is Tamaya's mom shows up because she hears that she's been fired from work. And Tamaya's sensing the situation, wasn't prepared for this, tries to leave right away. But almost immediately, Tamaya's mom notices that it's not her. And Tamaya ends up having to kill her because she was going to call 911. And it's interesting because it's just like, this is weird. I'm supposed to look and sound exactly like her, but like the mom was able to like see right through it, which is like unexplained, but is interesting because it's... What's up?
Which kind of connects back to how what's his Shinki's girlfriend keeps asking if he's really him.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. And it's also a parallel in this episode because the next thing that we see is kind of Shinki is Shinki's mom is sensing there's a difference in him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that was the rest of the episode was Shinki's mom was like, you're changing, you're different. There's something wrong. Like, what's wrong? This isn't the Shinki that I know that grew up. And he's just like, it's just, like I was scared, to be alone because I haven't been alone before. But it's okay. I'll have like a friend over, and he's able to like convince her that all the emotions and distraughtness, and kind of like teenage angst, was him just reacting to being lonely. But I mean, now that we know it's him trying to hide that he has an alien for an arm, who apparently can detach now and look like a cute dog for 4 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Not really a cute dog.
Not a cute dog, but a dog.
Yeah, but now we can see that it can detach for a while, and so that's probably going to come into use sooner or later. But yeah, like so far, 4 episodes in, it's been really fun. We just keep on having more questions. The episode ends on Tamaya just overlooking the city and saying that her baby just moved. So I mean, not the strongest cliffhanger, but still really fun series and really interested to see where it goes. And it just gets scarier and scarier the smarter these parasite things get.
Yeah, it really does. Their pace of learning is, I think, their biggest danger to humans. Because they learn fast. Because usually in science fiction, whenever humans go up against a more superior technological enemy, it's like human ingenuity is kind of the secret weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And like their innovation. And this one can learn way faster than humans can. So it's like, we have no advantage anymore.
Yeah.
Which is scary.
Tommy, you got anything else to say?
Not really. I mean, I have something on my mind, but I kind of forgot it. Yeah, but not really.
and on that interesting note, I think we're going to end it here for the review.
And on that bombshell,
yeah, for all you Top Gear fans, we're going to end it right there for our review, and we're going to go ahead and go watch episode 5, and I'm going to eat this matcha pocky. Nom nom.